The Premier League is set to make 3 major changes to the VAR process after Liverpool's goal went public, and 2 referees' careers could be over. The Premier League is set to make 3 major changes to its VAR process after the Professional Game Match Officials Board released an extraordinary audio recording of Liverpool's goal against Tottenham before it was disallowed. During the bizarre exchange, VAR official Darren England and his assistant Dan Cook ordered referee Simon Hooper to uphold an infield decision after Diaz had put the Reds ahead. However, the pair were oblivious to the fact that the flag had been raised, and by the time they realized their big mistake, play had restarted. Despite pleas from VAR Hub Ops manager Ollie Coaut to stop play and correct the error, it was too late to reverse the decision according to the letter of the law. The outbreak prompted the Premier League to make changes to the way the technology is implemented. A Premier League spokesperson said, having reviewed all the footage of the Diaz goal that was disallowed in Saturday's Tottenham Hotspur-Liverpool game and the Professional Game Match Officials Board's report into the incident, it is clear that there are not only human errors but systemic weaknesses in the VAR process. We accept the Professional Game Match Officials Board's urgent recommendations to ensure that such errors are not repeated in the future. However, a wider review will be undertaken by the Premier League and the Professional Game Match Officials Board, with the support of other stakeholders, to continually seek higher standards in VAR performance, and further recommended actions will be raised and implemented as necessary, it said. Among the changes, the Premier League announced that in future they will add another layer of control for the VAR to double-check with his assistant. Only then will the decision be communicated to the referee. A new group of dedicated VAR experts will also be created, rather than asking referees to switch between on-field and off-field duties. Finally, the top brass also pledged to review allowing Premier League officials to referee matches outside UEFA and FIFA appointments. This latest review follows the news that England and Cook returned to England on Friday after being granted permission to officiate a match in the United Arab Emirates last Thursday. This has led to accusations that the pair are mentally exhausted as they take on critical roles for the Premier League fixture. The Professional Game Match Officials Board's decision to release the audio at Liverpool's request is unprecedented and has led to further pressure on Howard Webb to ensure discussions between referees and VAR officials are broadcast live for greater transparency. The whole affair has left a deep wound in English football, and if Liverpool miss out on the title by 3 points this season, the mistake will become even more of an issue. The lack of fairness in football may have moved many stones. England and Cook, who were in the VAR, actually correctly identified the offside, but failed to communicate it correctly to the referee on the pitch. They were therefore removed from this week's matches. However, it seems that the process will not stop there, because there is a huge reaction from Liverpool and many football fans. England and Cook may not referee any matches until the end of the season. Even if they made the right decision in the position, the 2 VAR referees seem to be the biggest culprits as they were not focused enough on the match and were unaware of the on-field decision. Reds send scouts to watch exciting new stopper. Liverpool failed to sign a new stopper in the summer transfer window, but a new target has emerged for the position ahead of January. The Reds knew how important a busy summer in the transfer market was after the 2022-2023 season, when they looked tired and aged as a team. With Fabinho and Jordan Henderson looking like shadows of the players they used to be, and the likes of Thiago, Naby Keita, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain suffering constant injury problems, Liverpool's midfield proved to be a major problem. The additions of Alexis Mac Allister, Dominic Szoboszlai, Wataru Endo, and Ryan Gravenberch have done a great job in the midfield, but interestingly no new additions have been made in the heart of the defence. With Virgil van Dijk and Joel Matip both now 32 and both Van Dijk and Joe Gomez struggling with injuries for years, it seems like a risk not to bring in a new player in this area, but so far this season there have been no problems. However, after a new development regarding defensive reinforcements, Liverpool seem to have a new stopper on their agenda. According to the latest reports, the Reds are interested in Sao Paulo's highly rated young stopper Lucas Beraldo and have sent scouts to watch him. The report claims that Wolves' bid to Sao Paulo for Beraldo in the summer transfer window was rejected, but Liverpool are keeping a close eye on Beraldo's development. Sources close to the club have confirmed that Liverpool's scouting team have watched Beraldo several times in recent months as they look for potential long-term successors to Joel Matip and Virgil van Dijk, both 32. This could be exactly the kind of business Liverpool need to do in one of the upcoming transfer windows. It could bring a freshness to the defense and, like in midfield, long-term planning. Beraldo may not be a household name for many, but at just 19 years of age he is an important figure for Sao Paulo, having made 42 appearances for the Brazilian Giants to date. While the youngster will initially come in as a squad player, if he continues to develop at his current pace he could develop into a great starting option in time. Rumors about Beraldo claim that his range of passing and ability to beat opponents for possession in his own defensive triangle are among his star qualities as a player. According to FBref, he ranks in the top 7% of his position outside Europe in passes per 90 minutes, passes forward per game and pass completion. Matip and Gomez have been excellent this season and deserve credit for that, but it may soon be time for at least one of them to be replaced, and Beraldo, called fearless and tenacious by scout Jacek Kulik, looks like the perfect successor. Manchester City wanted to sign Liverpool's 24-year-old this summer, but Julian Ward stopped them. McAllister became the Reds' first signing of the transfer window in June, joining from Brighton in a handsome-looking deal. The 24-year-old was reportedly Jürgen Klopp's top target after losing Jude Bellingham to Real Madrid. However, according to reports, it was not easy for this deal to materialize. Allegedly, both City and Chelsea had to be fended off by outgoing sporting director Julian Ward. Ward was reportedly instrumental in getting McAllister to go to Anfield rather than the Etihad or Stamford Bridge. Klopp is also said to have been instrumental in convincing the World Cup winner that his future was red, not blue. As far as parting gifts go, Ward sending McAllister to Liverpool seems like a pretty good one. The former Brighton man has had to play in an unfamiliar midfield role so far, but he is improving every day as he gets used to life at a top club. And speaking to the Echo, his father Carlos says Liverpool was the only option he wanted for his son this summer. The reason Alexis went to Liverpool was because they showed so much interest in having him in their team, says McAllister Sr. They showed they wanted to trust him, and we wanted Alexis to go to a team where he could settle in at the start of pre-season, things like moving on the first day of the transfer window. That was very important because we wanted him to have a good pre-season with the team he decided to sign for, he said. It's clear that McAllister and his family were completely sold on Liverpool. With a good head on his shoulders and a real desire to be at the club, we could see Alexis at Anfield for a very long time to come. Although the Argentine has been used in a deeper role, he is giving his all and has become one of the fuses in midfield.